Right then, so today I've got with me John Martin. Welcome, John.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Gerard.
Yeah, so John, you're our Chief Technology Officer, CTO.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So I just want to we'll just talk a little bit about our approach to technology. And obviously the vision that we've set as a business is to move from a consultancy-based approach
Indeed.
with a few apps into a technology-enabled platform with great client services and support services. That's really what we're trying to do, because our sector, is renowned for not using data very well and hasn't really used digitization to disrupt some of the things we do. So we're really on that journey now.
Correct, yeah.
Okay,
very much so.
So can you just sort of tell me a little bit what, we've got nearly 90 odd staff. How big is your tech team and how does it work?
Yeah, so our technology team's grown massively over the last couple of years, to circa 35 in total. It's very much built around the user experience, kind of user-centered design approach. We work in squads across the different products, but fundamentally each one is of the same construct. All the way from ideation through to refinement. We work with the product owners and the UX team to put customers really at the centre of everything that we do. We obviously have a strong development team, strong testing team, strong customer support to ensure we've got that full end-to-end quality that our users and customers would expect from our platforms. And
that's really important. I mean, that's obviously, I remember when we were a smaller business, we probably shared some of those roles, but now, you've been with us 2 years and you come from a background where you built a very, very big team. So you're bringing that discipline in now. That's right. Yeah. The agile methodology is almost the modern way of building software, keeping things moving quickly, failing fast. Not all ideas are great ideas. It's good to have these kind of notions available, because we like to try new things. We like to be at the forefront, I think by keeping that user at the centre of all that we do, we're just making sure we're pushing the problem that the customers experience, and we're trying to fix that. Yeah. If software doesn't solve a problem, you're in the wrong game. There's no point in having it. Exactly that. Yeah. So, I know we've had a good relationship with the University of Hull. Yeah. So we've got a good track record of bringing graduates in, and I know you've got some apprentices now, but we work very closely with the local education establishments, do we? Indeed, yeah. We work closely with the university, closely with the Technical College Rondeering as well. We participated in the work experience for some of the students last year. So much so that we're onboarding one of them in the next few weeks and continuing him on his education track as well. So we're looking to push this particular member of staff through to degree level. So college isn't for everybody. In the older days of development, you used to have a degree. It's changing. People learn differently, and we found with that partnership with Rondeering, we can get the latest and greatest talent coming through and keeping them engaged and go with them on their journey. I just on the people thing, before we talk about the platform, today's Wednesday. Yes. So what happens on a Wednesday? Well, you're having me miss my team lunch today, Gerard. Team lunch. So yeah, all the team are in, and we, generally speaking, we have a monthly team lunch, which obviously is paid for by the group. Everyone comes in for free food. It's a chance to speak to your colleagues that, some can be quite remote. So yeah, at least one day a month we all go out for food. Yeah. We have the wheel. We spin the wheel of randomness, I believe it's called, and we choose a local restaurant and we go out and just socialise as a group. Talk through current projects. Just get to know each other that little bit better. It's very important. Because obviously most of the time they're on daily stand-ups and using. Yeah, of course. We've used technology a lot before COVID. Use technology, yeah. But that's great. Okay, let's talk about the platform, because different products. Yep. Did evolve on different
platforms, because that's the way it happens. But just very quickly, just cover off the platform piece for us.
Yeah. So again, when I started a couple of years ago, we had different products in different spaces. Recently, we're looking at the application as a whole. So the Evaluate, Procure, Manage and Learn platform, EPML, whereby we're able to give our users a single username and a single password, and they can basically access any application they wish, rather than having 4 or 5 separate username passwords, separate user journeys. We give them the one user journey, which takes them to one platform which they can navigate between. So it's almost one password, one user mentality.
Like a single sign-on.
Single sign-on, indeed, exactly that. So we integrate with Office 365 as well for all the two-factor stuff. So it just means that you have one entry point for a user, and they've got full visibility of all that we do as a group.
Okay, and you reference EPML, Evaluate, Procure, Manage and Learn.
Correct.
That's a real big vision of our business now.
It is indeed.
So I think that project's got a particular name. Is it Iceberg? Is it?
Yeah, Project Iceberg. Yeah, we are a technology business at the heart, and one of the things that we have is a project names. It's always Arctic mammals for some reason. So our internal project names, they're always Arctic mammals. This one was subtly different. There's some good ones out there.
But I suppose for me, the way I see it is, when we put Evaluate at the top, it's the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it works.
And then all the heavy lifting and the heavy thinking happens throughout the rest of the ecosystem.
Correct, that's right.
That's it. Okay. In terms of our roadmap then?
Yep.
Okay, so we've got an exciting time, and obviously technology never finishes.
It doesn't.
So how do we think about the next 2 or 3 years then?
Yeah, so the way that we always work is, as we discussed previously, we work in an agile kind of methodology. We have an overarching roadmap, so as and when ideas become crystallised, we then place them on the roadmap. We've always got our roadmap is always jam-packed full of ideas. We've got such a great customer adoption that things come in from the customers all the time. Feedback comes in from either people using the system, the stakeholders that have bought the systems, and we work with them to bring their ideas to life, which I think is pretty unique, especially in the construction space. We also keep a really close eye on the sector, so the likes of social value. We're looking at tools like Carbon Calculator. We're looking at tools for agnostic frameworks, as an example. So there's always 1,000,001 ideas. The joy of that is that you can pick the very best and greatest to bring to our customer base.
Yeah, and keep those 35 people busy. Okay.
Yeah, there is never a dull day.
Okay. Finally, because I guess people will be interested in this, is security.
Yes.
Obviously, technology, it's security is important. We are 27001?
Yeah, ISO 27001 and Cyber Essentials also got those 2 standards under our belt.
Okay.
We've recently, we're in the moving at the moment actually between AWS and the Azure. So we've got a DevOps person on board, a cloud infrastructure lead that looks after all of our security. And we chose Azure not purely. One of the main reasons we're choosing Azure was for the UK based data centres. A lot of our customers, since Brexit and all the other stuff happening with the EU, they like to have the data based in the UK. Azure allows us to do that and have that resilience, geographic resilience, where AWS is an island essentially. So we just want to make sure that we're providing the customers with all the elements that they hold dear, such as the government's data residency, etc. So that's going on at the moment.
Okay.
And moving to Azure. Yeah.
Because I know quite a lot of the customers who use our products.
Yep.
And some of them use multi products. They use a number of the products in our ecosystem now.
Yep.
As part of particularly the single sign-on approach that we're pushing. They're very large organisations.
Indeed,
they have very high, quite rightly so, demands on security. So,
indeed.
So we're forever having to meet those demands, and
that's it.
We're coming out with flying colours.
Yeah, absolutely. Data security is always there's always a dedicated contact with our customers for security, and yes, quite rightly so. It's always demanding, and as a result, it makes us better. In terms of our application, it's encrypted end to end. That there is no gaps in that. So to be fair, as soon as you start talking along those lines, a lot of the security teams are happy. So yeah, backups, servers, data. All the highest degree.
And multi-platform, because it works on...
multi-tenanted,
different devices.
Absolutely, all what you'd expect from a leading technology business.
Okay, that's great. So thanks, John, and
No
keep
problem.
up the good work.
Thank you, Gerard.
Thank
Cheers.
you.